Welcome to my channel, Creating Essence. I am Megan, and if you've been around here long, you know what this means. It's another laundry chat. Today, I thought I would take advantage of nap time and laundry to talk to you guys about some goals. I would like to set some goals for myself for the month of October. I'm totally a type A list maker. Moment of silence for the other type A list makers. Thank you. So I am totally a type A list maker. I love to plan all the things. My brain seems to think that if I write it down on a list, it will inherently go better. That is not the case. But I have decided to try to work with that process in my head and see if I can make some progress on shorter and longer term goals for myself. If you watch any of my videos from back in February, you know that I am an athlete naturally. I was an athlete all through high school. I was a scholarship college basketball player. And I know you can't often tell on camera, but I am just shy of 6 feet tall. I also have given birth to 6 babies, and my body shows it. My babies also are huge. My smallest was a little under 9 pounds. My biggest was 10.5, and I have never gone overdue. I just make huge babies. But because of that, my body also shows it. I deal with what's called a diastasis recti, which means the fascia that connects the two sides of my abdominal muscles together is split. Roughly 60% of women who have had babies deal with this. Most people don't know what it is. Most people think that little pooch that you have that always rounds out around your belly button is part of motherhood. It's actually an injury that can be healed. And I have been working on it for a little over a year now. And there goes my tea kettle for my French press. All right, French press is brewing. So I was always told before that a diastasis is only repairable by surgery. And I was also told that the pelvic floor weakness issues I dealt with, like pelvic organ prolapse, were also only repairable by surgery. In case you were also told this, know that that's not true. For the last about year, well, I've dealt with them for about 10 years. For the last year, I've been doing a pelvic floor therapy program on DVD called hab-it pelvic floor therapy, which has been awesome. And I also have been doing a program called Fit to Be. It's by a physiotherapist and licensed and highly credentialed physical trainer named Beth Learn. So she knows her stuff about anatomy, about health and fitness, about women's bodies, and about exercise. She's highly knowledgeable, very skilled in her field, and I cannot tell you the improvement I have seen in my body since starting this. However, as I'm sure you can tell, I'm not where I would like to be. The last few years have given me a lot to deal with. As I've talked about in other videos, we lost our son in 2015, and since 2013, I have also dealt with a hormonal imbalance that this summer has really come to a peak and led to me developing an autoimmune disease called chronic fatigue syndrome. My last laundry chat, I talked about prioritizing. and ask for tips on how to do that because I'm really low energy. Pretty much everyone assumed that I was anemic. Not the case. Others assumed I needed to go keto for life. Also not the case. So here's the deal. I have chronic fatigue syndrome. If you don't know what that is, it's where you have no energy. And by that, I don't mean that you're just tired, that you're exhausted. I've had babies. I've had a high needs, special needs baby who screamed for the first 2 years of his life. I know exhaustion. Chronic fatigue syndrome, new baby exhaustion cannot compare. It is a physically aching, deep exhaustion that I cannot describe. I would have panic attacks before bed at night to my husband, telling him I was terrified to go to bed and wake up feeling like this another day, because no matter how much you sleep, you don't get rested. And no matter what you do, you're always tired. Your body aches, joint aches, headaches, mood swings, forgetfulness, and so much more. There are so many things that I didn't even realize were connected until I got this flare into remission. And it's awful. And by the grace of God and a lot of research that I did, and no MLM products, I was able to get into remission, and I'm feeling so much better now. But I still need to take better care of my body. I did gain a significant amount of weight back this summer that I had been working so hard on. I didn't have the energy to exercise. Part of chronic fatigue syndrome is that if you do exercise, those muscles that you work out, that soreness that you get, it is intense. It is so much worse, and it doesn't go away because it's like you injured that part of your body, and instead of that soreness healing up and the lactic acid working its way out of your body and the little micro tears in your muscles that you get when you exercise hard going away, they just get inflamed and swollen and hurt more. So I couldn't exercise. And sleep didn't do anything for me. And eventually, through some food-based supplements and taking better care of my body and being aware of what was going on, I was able to get into remission. But I've gained some weight back. I've gotten out of shape since I was working so hard in May. And it's time to get back to work. So I have some goals for myself. I have long-term and short-term goals. And my plan will be to stick with no nonsense, no chemicals, because I don't do chemicals and I don't do gimmicks, and I'm not a consumer. I'm a human being who eats food and doesn't take powders or pills or shakes. And I know from experience as an athlete, that's what's sustainable. And I don't put the chemical junk and appetite suppressants and alcohol sugars that are in most of those pink drinks and other things into my body. When I was dealing with chronic fatigue, the moment I opened up about it, I had at works people pounding down my door, telling me to do their reps and grains. I had Plexus people pounding down my door, telling me to try their ProBio 5 and their Plexus Slim. And I had Isogenics people telling me I needed to just guzzle their Ionics drink, and so much more. And I'm here to tell you folks, stop being a predator. It's not okay. I didn't open up about all I was dealing with chronic fatigue until I was on the other side of the worst of the flare. And if I was still at that point where I was feeling so horrible in so many ways and just desperately depressed because I always felt horrible physically and mentally, and if I was so anxiety ridden about needing to get things done and needing to be a better mother, needing to be a better wife, that I was having panic attacks and afraid to go to sleep at night lest I wake up and feel horrible another day, and people started pounding down my door trying to get me to spend money on their products, my body developing this autoimmune disease has given me a new hot and fiery burning passion against the MLM people who prey on those suffering. I don't know if you all know it, but I'm actually part of 2 MLMs, technically. Most people have no idea. Most of them really don't, unless you're on my personal Facebook, where it lists what I do and I talk about things from time to time. I definitely do not target my warm market, meaning my friends and family. But it's just, there's so much difference, and there was such a line crossed and so many people hurt me so badly trying to prey on me. It just ignited so much, and it just made me all the more resolved to show that I can heal my body with real food. I can reach these goals with real food, and I don't need gimmicks, and I don't need your shakes or your powders or your wraps. I'm okay as a human being putting real food and real fuel into my body. And on occasion, I'll do Insta stories or Instagram posts that are kind of a what I eat in a day, or I'll post a picture of a workout. But I do everything totally independently. I'm not paid for any of the stuff that I do, but I get so many comments on wanting recipes and wanting to know how I do what I do, that if you would like me to post the occasional, maybe a week's compilation of what I eat in a day and what I worked out or something of that nature, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to share. It's totally real life. I'm also a mom of a bunch of kids. I homeschool. I'm here with them all the time, and I'm heavily involved in my community and my church. I don't just stay at home and work out with a bunch of kids running around my house. I've got a lot of life lived too, and I'm happy to share real life what I'm actually doing to achieve these goals. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that. But this month, my goals, number 1, is to run at least once a week. And by running, that means I get up at 5:15 in the morning, and my oldest and I go out to the little village down the road from us, and we do interval training. It's some walking and jogging mixed together for set periods of time to work with my asthma to condition and get in better shape. So it's not just sprinting down the road, it's interval training. I want to do that at least once a week. Ideally, I would do it 3, but I just don't always have the energy. When my body says sleep, I need to listen, and I need to hit dismiss on my alarm and just go back to sleep. I really have to listen carefully to my body, but I want to run at least once a week. Goal number 2 is to do a Fit to Be workout at least 3 times a week. And that's not too difficult, but I just have to make myself do it. There are easier, like, stretching routines that I could do that don't have to be super high impact if I'm feeling low energy that day. I just have to make the time to do it. And number 3, I want to have a 90% awesome diet, because I do like to splurge, and I may have a little bag of Pearson's mint patties in my freezer that I sneak from every now and then. But I want to have a 90% awesome diet. And goal number 4 for October is to lose 8 pounds. The number is not huge to me, but I do want to make steady, good progress. And for me and my body and what I need to lose, that's a fair number. That's very reasonable. So those are my goals for October. and I folded 2 loads of laundry, and there's more to do, but I don't have it right here. So I'm gonna say that's all for now. If you have goals for October, whatever kind of goals they are, I would love to hear what they are. If they are fitness or health related, I would love to hear about that too. If you or someone really close to you that you love, so you understand CFS, is dealing with the nuances of chronic fatigue syndrome, I would love to hear about that too. I totally get it. And I'm not gonna tell you when you say you're tired, oh, I know, my kid didn't sleep last night. No, I know my kid didn't sleep last night. I know 11 years of my kid didn't sleep last night. I know CFS is more. Thank you so much for sticking around, friends. I would love to chat with you in the comments about your goals or my goals or really anything. That would be awesome. Please give this a thumbs up if you found it encouraging. Don't forget, Michelle Pearson is the creator of the Laundro-CHAT idea, and she's an awesome mommy vlogger. So if you like the daily vlogs, check her out. She's got 5 littles too. I'll see you later, friends. Bye-bye.